It's the Yogi and the Bee. It's the Yogi and the Bee. And it's the Yogi and the Bee. Hello, hello. Guess what? We're back.
We are back. Hey, everybody.
2025. We're feeling alive.
2025. Can you believe it? I love the sound of 2025. You
You know
know,
what? I do too.
it's
And I've
good.
thought
Let's keep it.
about, yeah, 2025, alive. And I've thought about my luckiest years, I think, are odd number years. So I'm really, really looking forward to it. How about you?
I like the number 5 over 4.
Uh-huh.
So I'm in agreement with you. And I do like the 5s and the O's for sure over the ones in between. Yes. Yes.
You want to go play craps with those?
Uh,
You're
don't know
scared.
how to don't know how to play craps, but sure. You could teach
Five,
me.
a
Yeah,
roulette. Uh-huh.
a roulette.
Lucky
Okay.
numbers.
Okay, let's do it.
So we are
Las
here
Vegas, here we
today.
come.
Well, I mean, easy now. That's easy.
Okay.
That's an easy fix,
Okay.
as you know. So here we are on January 10th, 2025, feeling alive.
Love that. Love that.
Is it snowing where you are?
It is not, and we have not had any sleet. Thank goodness, because that's worrying for me teaching old people. You know, I think about old people way too much. Um,
I hear you.
that is when it just gets crazy. But I got to tell you, it's melting, which is the same problem. Same
It's
problem.
melting. I'm
Mm-hmm.
melting.
Yes, exactly.
The
Wicked
witch
Witch
and
of the West or
the
East?
West, the
Okay.
green one. Yeah, it is starting to melt, but wasn't it so crazy this morning? Early, it was, I've never seen such big snowflakes.
They were chunky. You could see the actual like shape of the snowflake.
Did you put a filter on your Instagram
I
picture?
did. I put it a little bit bluer because it was certainly gray and depressing. So I added a little blue. Did you like it? Do you
I
like the
did. I
song?
kept looking at it thinking, did you?
Oh, the filter. You're talking about the big little twinkly,
Yes.
circly things coming down. Yes, yes, because you really couldn't see it snowing from the other side of the window. So I just wanted to make clear that it was snowing in ATL in 2025, January. Yes, ma'am. Super
So
excited.
it's a
Ah,
snow day for both of us.
it is. It is. But you've been working from home and I've been working from home, correct?
That is correct.
Okay.
But I wanted to try and set the stage, if you will, because I feel like last year we were an epic fail
Oh,
as far
now
as
come on.
the podcast goes.
How many did we do? 2?
Yeah. Two in a
Okay.
year.
Yeah.
Pitiful.
Yeah. People kept asking me and I was like, I just don't know. I don't know what's going to happen. We'll
Hmm.
do it when we have time. We're both busy.
The good news is, I think that we do have some audience members that are listening, even though we weren't putting out new material due to the Buzzsprout account where you can kind of see behind the scenes.
Yeah.
So that's encouraging. I
That
wanted to
was
look on that
encouraging.
before we hopped on today to kind of get a feel for things, and I will do that. That's good news.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think so too. And I don't know if we talked about the class reunion. Did we in the last one?
Oh no, we
We
did
have not
not.
talked about the class reunion. You sure?
Great idea.
Well, I just wanted to say people that didn't like me and people that liked me came up and said, when are y'all doing a new Yogi and the Bee? We love it. And this is what I want to say to them, but I don't because I am a very, very loving, kind person. Why didn't you write a comment? Why don't you on Instagram when we post something, why don't you say something underneath the post? But I didn't.
Uh-huh. A simple heart.
Oh, something that just kind of, are you there? There, 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 right?
Hello, hello. You won't believe what my other half just brought me.
Wow, it is a gorgeous glass. What is that?
Well, it's just occurred to us that we have one bottle of bubbles in the house for our
Oh,
snow day.
what are you going to do?
Very poor planning.
Oh my gosh. Wow.
So I overheard her, or I didn't overhear her. She was texting with some friends, and
Mm-hmm.
I saw it. It said she was making a vodka soda with a Tisha crayon.
It's beautiful. It's
Thank you.
absolutely beautiful. Well done, partner.
It kind of reminds me of when we were in COVID and we did our Zoom and we were trying those Cosmos.
Oh boy.
Isn't that so crazy to think
It is
about?
very crazy. 5 years ago in March 13th for me,
2020.
2020.
2020.
Crazy,
Okay.
crazy.
We digress.
Okay.
Back to the reunion. Do you remember what month that was in?
Let's see.
August or
It was warm.
yeah.
I'm thinking September.
Hmm.
Yeah.
My only point is that we have not done a podcast since then. So that might be
Okay.
a little bit of stuff that how did you feel it went? You sent tons of pictures. It was
I
fun to see
did. Well,
folks.
I kind of wanted my friend JG to feel like he was there because he would have loved to have been there. I don't know if I can say his name. And I wanted you to feel like you could have been there too. So it
I
gave me
really wanted to
something to
get invited.
focus on. I know, I know. You know what? I'm never going to one again. I did not have a good time. The bully was at the first night event.
At Manuel's Tavern.
Yes, and Glenda and I were there together, and I think she did better than I did, but we both had a hard time. I didn't sleep that night. It's so crazy how visceral it can feel to be with someone that had been so awful to you, and you're an adult, and you're like, come on, but you feel it in your body. I mean, I got kind of shaky and sweaty. I'm sure she did, but we kept checking in on each other through the whole night. I did enjoy talking to other people. I felt like it was my mission to say hello to everybody. And the second night, I was just exhausted. I wasn't in the mood to be there. He wasn't there. But the first night, it just kind of depleted me. And darn it, I really didn't have a good time. And I'm not going to go to the next one.
Well, let's talk about that for a minute,
Okay.
if we can.
Uh-huh.
Two things. One, have you talked to your therapist about this?
Did I? I think so. Yeah. I talked about him, and she had many things to say about his personality and diagnosed him. And how cruel he was with Glenda sending the cake, stuff like that, that I shared with her. And she went, he's a psychopath.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, I do believe he is. And he has absolutely charmed everyone into thinking that he's normal and everything's okay. But the people that he did harm to didn't come, they weren't there. So I felt like, hey, I showed up. The last one was more of like 10 years ago. Was it? No, 20 years ago. It was more of a celebration. We hadn't seen each other in so long. We were all, kind of on the same page, kids growing up, and good space, lots of space. These places were tight. Like Manuel's Tavern was tight.
Yeah.
And everywhere in the room, I felt like he was staring at me in a not kind way. It was probably in my head.
Yeah.
Then the second night, super small space. I don't like that. Do you like to be in small spaces with,
No,
yeah.
not really.
I'm not claustrophobic. I just don't want to be that close to people that, I don't know.
Yeah.
Therapists said, wow, yeah, you don't have to go next time. It's probably a better thing. Just don't go.
Yeah.
You've done it. You've done it now 3 times. I've gone to 3 of them. 3.
Right.
That's good.
Now, I am not taking away from your feelings at
No.
all, but
I'd love to hear your thoughts.
I wish I'm kind of the opposite in that I don't want him to win. So I want you to be able to say, who? Like,
I know.
but it's not a win or lose thing. And I'm not trying to not be empathetic to your feelings, but
Yeah.
you can't hurt me anymore kind of thing. And look at me. I mean, look at me, look at my husband. Again, easier for me to say, just trying to put a
I
thought
don't
or
want
two
him
in
to
your
look at me.
yeah.
I don't want him to look at me. I'm okay with being kind of a sensitive person and taking care of myself.
Yeah.
But I
Okay.
totally get you and my husband because y'all are both extroverts. You want to be around the people. You had a great experience in high school.
Yeah,
Probably best memory school wise for both of y'all,
for
besides
sure.
your college experience together. That sounds fun too. But it was not a good one for me.
It was not fun for you.
No.
So
So why go
probably,
there?
yeah.
Why go
So
there?
if it weren't for your husband, you probably would not go. Is that correct?
Correct. When I was married to the boy's dad, my husband was in California and he contacted me and said, "You have to go to our class reunion." I think this was our 10th. And I said, "I don't want to go." And he goes, "Please go and go for me." So I went because of him. And then the second one because of him and the third one because of him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But
Well, you can.
Glenda, I got to tell you, Glenda was amazing. Second night, she was shining bright like a star she is. It was
He's $1 million.
beautiful to see. Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
I don't think, I think she didn't sleep well either.
yeah.
So,
I'm sorry.
I know. Thank you.
Well, did we want to talk about that anymore? The reunion? I think
No.
maybe we had led into it or something from the last one.
I
I'm not
think we
sure.
did. I think we did. Yeah. Yes.
Well, we had one too.
And
It,
did you
it,
go?
I did, and my friend Leanne, my best friend from high school, was here. Unfortunately, she had lost one of her parents, so she was in
Oh,
town. But
sorry.
we ended up going last minute, and it was supposed to be super small, and it was actually a little bigger than we thought. And it was fun. It was short and sweet. We didn't stay very long, but our class is not near as put together and organized as y'all are as far as getting together and things like that. But I appreciate the guy that did put it together and made it happen. And it was fun. It was good to see everybody, other than Facebook and see them live and just kind of catch up on the surface. Some
Yeah.
people it was more fun to see than others. I don't know. Kind of crazy. Think how old we are.
Yeah. Hey, I'm 59.
I know. I can't believe you're actually saying it.
I'm 59. No, no, I have no problem with age.
Well, I mean that it was not
Oh
June that
no.
you,
Well, I
the,
celebrate
yeah,
it. I celebrate it. I'm not a cheater.
right.
I've become the age. But 59, I'm just going to let you know, feels good. It does.
For somebody that loves birthdays, it's freaking me out a little bit. But
Is
anyway, we'll
it?
get there. Yeah, we'll just.
What freaks you out about turning 59?
So I was just talking with my other half this morning. We were talking about all our wonderful nieces and nephews and how lucky we are and our siblings becoming grandparents. And
Yeah.
we were
Wow.
talking about the age of our parents when they were first a granddad or grandma, and my mom was
Right.
55 when my first
Wow.
niece came on board. And dude, that would be like me having a grandbaby 3 years ago.
Right.
Nope, nope.
But you're not a grandmama. You don't look like a grandmama. It was different back then. They look so matronly, you know? They look
Certainly don't
like
act like one.
grandmothers. Yeah. You look like you did in high school. So,
Mm,
stick with that.
okay.
Mhm.
But I mean, it's all good. It's just when you compare like where our parents were at that age and what we're doing, what they were doing, what's
Yes.
what is happening.
Yeah. I got to tell you that the death of my parents has certainly made me not as happy about aging because it was so wretched, such a wretched experience to see your parents
Yes.
go through that. So I'm trying for 2025 to kind of get more positive about it and stop talking about it. My husband said to me January 1st, how about for 2025 you not talk about suicide when we're old and decrepit and Alzheimer's? Let's just not talk about that anymore. And I said, got it loud and clear. I will not. I will not. But it would be interesting to sit down with my siblings and saying, how y'all doing? How y'all feeling right now?
Yeah.
Are you scared about aging? Are you going to take the
Yeah.
test about Alzheimer's?
Um, I
Would you? Would you take the test that shows if you are going to have it? Because they have them.
not sure. Don't think so. I did take a genetics test.
Yeah.
A totally different thing. I'm not sure how much it is real, but if I had this gene that my mom and both my aunt had that caused them to have a stroke,
Right.
a certain protein, if I
And
was prone to that,
yeah.
and so far, no,
Okay.
but not quite the same,
No, it is.
but a little
It
bit,
is.
just to
It is.
be
Strokes are wretched.
preventative, if I could be.
Mm-hmm. So sodium, you
Yeah,
watch your sodium, and any processed food is probably 4 times the amount that you should have in a day. So something like that would help you if you
yeah,
could do that. But that means cooking from scratch all the ding dang time.
the ding dang time. Yeah. Um, you before we got in the shower, or sorry, before
we
I
did
was in the,
not. We did not
we
have
did
the shower.
not take a shower
She's in her home,
before
and I'm in my
we got on here.
home.
I was in the
Hmm.
shower. That how grief could probably be so different as a mother, well,
Yes.
and then as a child.
Yes.
That I want. I'm not making sense, but I know for me, like you feel like an orphan when you lose both. It's kind of. I just wonder if that impacts it at all.
Having children.
Yes, or maybe it's just two
Yeah, I
separate
think it
things.
does. I think it does. It must, because they're my family. I have just like you have your partner, that's your family. But I guess I think that it made the grieving less, I'm sure.
Yeah,
Yes,
it's
yes,
ongoing.
indeed. But
Yeah,
we definitely had fun on Mom's death day. We went out and had a meal and toasted her and went to a movie. It was fun.
that's
And
good.
Dad's death day will be coming up, and we'll do the same thing then as well. So it's kind of a celebration.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, and huge relief.
Oh, my
I mean,
God. Yes.
you kind of lost him a while back.
Woo! Yes, we did. Yes, we did. We haven't talked about Christmas.
Have a holly jolly Christmas.
So, what did you do? Didn't you go up to your partner's
Ugh,
house with her
mothers,
mother
brothers,
and Uncle George,
cousin George,
cousin George? How did that go?
Brentwood, Tennessee.
Uh huh.
I'm just now kind of able to unpack it all.
Oh, wow. What are you
It
talking
was
about? What's going
it
on?
was very, very tragic experience. But
Darling.
bottom line is I've been having some car issues and I'm very frustrated still. And gosh, next time we talk, I may actually own Hyundai USA.
Oh my gosh. What?
Stay tuned.
Congratulations.
Yeah, I mean, think about your present next Christmas.
Oh,
What
wow.
won't be
Yeah, I'd
one of
love a
those
new car.
cars, but
Okay.
it will be something nice
Sure. Thank you.
because you're nice.
Thank you.
No, so we had a breakdown about midway in the middle of nowhere.
Well, like what do you mean in the middle of the nowhere?
In the middle of nowheres, my check engine light came on, which was a recurring problem prior to departure, but we
Oh.
thought we knew the answer and how to fix it. And the dealership here didn't really care and couldn't seem to communicate with me. So we took a leap of
Mm.
faith and took my car anyway. We were on the way to Brentwood and we broke down in Mont Eagle, which is about 30 minutes north of Chattanooga, Tennessee.
Okay. I can
Uh-huh.
picture that up there. Beautiful.
It's really pretty. It's
Mm.
also mountainous, like you're about to go through some mountains and curvy roads.
Oh,
This
wow.
this was about the third time that the check engine light had come on
Oh.
post departure, and so the third time it came on and it started chugging a tish. We thought the best thing to do would be to get off the expressway.
Okay.
So we pulled into a pilot, which is
Ooh,
much like a
smart.
QP,
Yeah, I
a
love a
small
pilot. Yeah.
small type truck stop, if you will.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
And we got to a safe spot, parked. Keep in mind, we have our precious baby angel
Oh,
Frankie
bubble beep, bubble boop.
in the back seat, who's already terrified to be in the car. It's not her favorite place to be. Anyway, we decide maybe we'll call AAA and see what they could offer. Thinking the best thing to do would be to get towed to a dealer. Not thinking about the fact that it is Sunday, two
Oh,
days before Christmas
Sunday.
Eve, you know, and we're out in the middle of
Oh,
nowhere. But anyway, long story short, it won't be short, but I'm going to try to stick to the details.
okay.
AAA was very busy. We just kept being put in the queue.
Oh,
We'll get
gosh.
to you. We'll get to you. And the lady that first answered the phone said when they did come to tow us, we would be able to ride in the truck with our dog,
Oh,
all our Christmas presents, and our luggage.
oh my gosh. How great is that?
How great is that? Feeling a
Ho, ho,
sense of
ho.
relief.
Yes.
But again, after like almost reaching hour two, still no response. And every time we called, we're back in the queue.
Oh my gosh.
So I thought, well, I'm going to go on into the pilot and see if they perhaps may have a local towing company
Yeah,
that could help us.
sure.
So I did that. Nice lady, the owner there, wrote it down for me. And she said, don't be alarmed by the name of the company. He's a nice guy. He's a friend of mine. And I said, okay. And then I said, we're going to need a driver, an Uber. We keep looking for Uber, but again, spinning, spinning, spinning.
Right.
So she said, I may have a driver for you. So she rips off this piece of paper and said, good luck. So off we go
Wow.
outside.
You're so lucky that she answered the phone.
Yeah. Are you ready for the name of the towing company?
I am. I am ready.
This is why she said what she said.
Okay.
Crippled Hookers Tow Company. Listen,
Crippled hookers.
they have a Facebook page. You can find them. They are a real
Okay.
company. Nicest
Wow.
man. So I called, left a message. He called me right back. And I said, gosh, he said, we can do it for $600. Any other tow company, which there isn't one, it would
Right.
be twice that much because it was 90 plus miles.
Oh my
Anyway,
gosh.
so I'm still looking for a ride for us, the dog, the Christmas presents, the luggage. So I said, let me see how to find us a way to get there and I'll call you back. Well, I'm still searching. We're looking. And then I see this tow truck come in the parking lot with the logo on the side.
Oh my
And
gosh.
he's looking for us. He didn't wait for me to call him back. He comes. And so I start waving. I'm waving him down and over he comes. He's like, are you Elizabeth? I said, yes, sir, I am. He said, well, I'm here to help you if I can. And so I said, well, I still can't find us a ride for us.
Right.
And he's like, hang on a minute. Let me see if my daughter or son wants to make $200. You have $200? I said, I do. Or I can go get it. So anyway, his son came and drove us 90
uh-uh.
miles.
90 miles.
And I got to tell you, it was a trip. Very kind people. They got us to where we needed to be.
Oh my
And we are
gosh.
so, so lucky.
I mean, this is a whole day waiting, right? This,
A good 3 hours.
okay.
Yeah.
Jeez, you poor
Um,
thing.
so we just took a
And I know how
leap of
many
faith.
presents your
Oh,
partner
do.
gives.
Yes, you
So
do.
you look like Santa's sleigh coming up. Wow.
It was a good bit stressful. I've never been so glad to drive in that driveway in my life. And
Ah,
poor Frankie and my partner was in the back seat, and we just did the best we could to make small talk and
sure.
learn about each other.
Yeah, sure. I mean,
Sure.
wow, it's a lot of talking in that 90 minutes.
Yeah, that took a lot of energy.
Yes. So it does because
Yeah.
you were right there. You were 100% pleasing and answering and asking. And yeah, did you have to just go to bed when you got to the house?
Found some bubbles
Ah, there
in the
you
fridge.
go.
And then,
Perfect.
but here, wait, we're not done.
Okay.
So, because I was so flustered, I did not do my due diligence in making sure the dealership where he towed it to was open. So when he towed the car, it was all locked up. So he just left it
No.
outside with the keys in it because
What?
he left it
What do you
outside the
do? I
dealership.
mean, what do you
Yeah,
do? Yeah.
he had no choice. So He called me to let me know.
He
And
didn't like
then,
lock it and put the keys on the tire or anything like that. He left it in the car in the ignition.
no, not in the ignition, but just in the car. Anyway,
Wow. Well, hey,
so
listen, crippled hookers, no judgment there. You do what you got to do.
yeah, so I was so frustrated and angry. I was like, just leave the damn thing there. If somebody wants it, they can have it. And I've got insurance. So, but then somebody told me that because the keys were in it, insurance might not cover it
Yeah.
because that was negligence on
Right.
my part.
Right. Yeah.
So anyway, cousin George and my partner drove and got the car. So it was drivable, but it was just
Yeah.
chugging, chugging.
Oh,
But they were able to get it and drive it back to her mom's. And then we were able to drive it to another dealership in Tennessee that was a little more in a better neighborhood and felt like more of an actual dealership. This was kind of weird.
yeah. Oh, wow.
Anyway,
Tennessee, right?
yeah,
Tennessee
super
weird.
stressful. We were able to make it home safely, all for the check engine light to go back on when we pulled in the driveway. Anyway, listen, lots bigger problems in the world. We're so lucky, but
Indeed.
it was really stressful.
It
But
sounds like it. That'll ruin a Christmas. And did you spend most of your time on the telephone trying to
mhm.
make things happen?
Yeah, and
What
nobody's
happened?
open.
Oh my
Well, just
gosh.
nobody could get to us because it was the holiday. People
Oh,
are sick, short-staffed, but it worked out. We were only a day delayed getting back to see my family here, which was fine. And I mean, then the
yeah.
Christmas part was just fine. So all's well, but it was just a bit more than we bargained for.
Agreed. It
And
it sounds I would have like cried myself to sleep.
if I had been by myself, I'm not sure we'd be here talking today. True story. I probably just would have curled up in a ball
In a
in the back
gutter.
of my car. And, I did have a
Yeah.
cooler. So
Yeah.
anyway,
Cooler's good. Yeah.
the pilot had their roller grill going. I could have grabbed a hot dog
Oh
and
my
all's well.
gosh. I think that peanut M&Ms. Okay, so
What
at
is
the
your travel
pilot.
food?
Okay, now I'm just thinking when you're stress
Oh,
eating. I'm not a stress eater, but I can picture myself needing a snack there. So I'm trying to think,
the
what am I going to
crunchy.
have? So Fritos are vegan. So I can get some Fritos. None of the chocolates I can eat there. Very sad. Yeah. Some
How about a
sparkling
nut?
water.
Did you have a
I could,
nut?
I could have some peanuts or those heavily salted almonds, smoky almonds. Oh, love those things.
Pistachios?
Love pistachios, but I do like
There
them
you
better in the shell. I do, because it slows it down. Each nut is an appreciation that one could get into the shell and not break your nail.
Uh-huh. They could be sharp as shit.
Oh, and mine are, 50-year-old weak and weird with hormones. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, wow. Oh, stop it. She's imitating me with my fingers right now. And I'm actually doing that under the table right now, just kind of picking and noticing and touching my
Anyway, enough
cuticle.
about me. What do you think about me? No, just kidding. How was your Christmas?
Our Christmas was fabulous. It tends to be that way because all I am is Hazel. I
Yeah,
cook.
you
I
cook and
cook.
clean. Well,
Now I
probably
had
not clean.
Yeah, I clean. I had Charlie Mack here. He's super fun and he cooked with me a couple days and I had them in the kitchen making Christmas cookies. I just wanted to do that. I gotta look into it a little bit better. I did not enjoy two of the Christmas cookies that we did. It tasted weird. Anyway, the dessert that I made for Christmas night is a dessert we will never forget. It is what is her name? She's a famous British chef, and she came up with a vegan sticky ginger cake. And I've made it before, and it's fan-friggin-tastic. But the problem is, Charlie Mack is now watching glutens and sugar and doesn't eat dairy. So it's like take a vegan recipe and then strip out sugar, and you have to use gluten-free flour. So anyway, and I made lemon curd for the first time as a vegan, and I was so excited. I was just like, oh, yeah. But I had to use coconut sugar because it doesn't have as much as a reaction to his body. So we will forever call it lemon turd because it was brown. It was brown. It was the nastiest thing I've ever eaten, and I made it. The ginger cake was disgusting. We threw it all away. One bite, and it was like, oh,
this is
fail.
Huge.
Big fail. And I thought, well, I'm going to do something a little different because we were going to have his father and his sister and her husband over. So I didn't have a lot of time to start dinner when I would want to because they were going to be there. So I kind of thought of something I could do ahead, which was a mistake. I did a vegan butter curry. It was not good either. It was not good either.
I'm feeling really sad for you.
I know.
The one that's typically phenomenal chef.
Oh, yeah. It was bad. But the rest of the meals were okay.
Yeah. And y'all had good time with Charlie Mack and the fam.
Can I tell you what happened to me that includes you in the story?
Okay, sure.
So
sounds fun.
We try to support our real estate agent and our real estate agent's assistant, who's also a real estate agent. But anyway, we got an email saying, come and support us and your local community. And I sent
Atlanta local.
I sent it to my husband. I said, we never go to things like this. It's at Ansley Mall. Can we go to this? Didn't hear back from him. In 2 days, he said, and I had already RSVP'd saying no because I didn't think he'd want to do it because we normally don't like to get in Atlanta traffic at night. So he said, on the day, you know what? We have to go over to Kirkwood and Druid Hills to drop off Christmas presents. Why don't we stop by? There was not the main reason. One of the additional reasons I wanted to go is there was a drawing, and the drawing was going to be for either a little mini green egg, an air fryer, or a pizza oven. This is one that I've wanted forever. Williams-Sonoma has one, and I love to make pizza. Everybody likes my pizza, and it would just be quick and easy, even though I make good pizza in a regular oven. So we go, and it was so much fun.
Delighted.
So much fun. Got to drink wine, called a student of mine. She came over, bought a chair at one of the stores that we were supporting. And it was a lot of fun. They had a food demonstration. So I had looked at Bee before we left, and I said, Bee, hey, babe, I want that pizza oven, so I want you to tape my name up underneath so you can just pull it out. And she starts laughing. And then my husband said, she better not win anything. We do not have room in our house for one more thing. Do not let her win. Throw her name away. So we then go out to the worst dinner of our life, even though my Christmas dinner was worse. And then we go and we deliver the presents. And by the time I get back home, I get a message from Bee saying, you are not going to believe who won.
I drew her name out of the box. It's a box. We do a shake, 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 and we just do a drawing random. I swear to God. Did not plan this. And who won the pizza oven?
Listen, if she had wanted to please somebody, it would not be me. She would have pulled my name out and thrown it away. We're just talking that now. I know who's boss.
And I said, oh my God, you're not going to believe it. Allie Bourgeois is the winner.
And I knew that my husband, when I told him, he was so irritated. So I'm going to bed with my husband mad that I'm going to bring another appliance into the house. And so I kind of stew a little bit that night. I'm not good going to sleep with new knowledge of something. I'm just not. Anybody else feel like that? So thinking. I thought, we need a new coffee maker. Coffee, I could turn this around so he's not mad at me and then he's happy. And contacted Bee the next morning and said, do you think there's any way we could make this happen? And guess what?
It did. We worked it out for you. Shout out to Cook's Warehouse at Ansley Mall.
Amazing. Thank you so much, Paul. Thank you.
And Intaglia Furniture at Ansley Mall was also part
Taglia
of the
was
deal.
amazing.
Great
I've already
store.
gotten Marjorie's birthday present for her number 60 there.
Whoa.
Marjorie, shout out to you, babe. 60
Happy birthday. That's
this year.
exciting.
Yeah, she's trying it on for us.
All right.
Oh, we bought 2 lamps there. I thought that was a really cool store. And it's called...
great. No, it's Intaglia. Intaglia.
Nicest
Also,
people working there too.
Locally
oh my gosh.
owned.
Really
Cassie,
pretty
shout out.
woman there.
Yeah.
Really pretty. Okay.
Go Atlanta Local. Both of those are local businesses. We love the owners and love to support them when we can. They're good to us as well. And you got the most fabulous coffee maker ever.
Oh my gosh. And guys, it does make a difference. You know, a good coffee maker, I'm ruined for life. It's completely different of the really nice one that we've had forever. We really have had our coffee maker for 25 years.
Yeah.
Big
it's
difference.
good to freshen them up.
Sure. How many coffee makers have you been through in your marriage?
Probably 3 to 4.
Really?
We now both use the Nespresso.
And you like that?
I love it. And then we also have a Keurig K-Cup. But before that, we had the old school Mr. Coffee.
Right.
And then, my partner's always been a barista. She likes to make her iced lattes. So she had like a real, I don't know what you call them, but maker from Starbucks where it steams the milk. And
oh yeah.
And then every now and then, which we'll probably do while we're snowed in, we'll do a good French press. So we've got a French press as well.
I gave mine away when I moved here. I love a French press.
Me too. It's so fun.
But, too many appliances, you see.
I know how he is. We got an air fryer and we'll see. I don't know.
Let me know, because I want to try somebody's. If anybody wants just to lend me one for a weekend, I would like to see what the food tastes like because I have no idea.
Hey, how could we forget about the fire we had here on Thanksgiving? That was a special treat, to see y'all. But we didn't mean to run you out the building.
That was a very dangerous, life-threatening event.
But what a treat to see y'all and everybody. Your husband just sat in the throes of the smoke, which I still will never understand, but I loved his laid backness about it, and I'll just never forget it.
I have a picture that I will post of my husband, because you can't see his face, of smoke just barreling. It was like someone had taken a bucket of smoke and threw it on his face, just sitting there, because he is not going to be shaken by things. Nope.
Not bothered.
Nope.
It's no big deal.
No. Why are you all acting so ridiculous?
The rest of us, I get up and run and no help at all. My nieces were there. Everybody tries to escape. Your brother-in-law was there. And then I sent my partner, Smokey Bear, to go get the hose. But anyway, to set the scene for you listeners, we were all sitting by the fire pit, and then we had some maybe extra leaves, I think, that may have caught on fire from a spark.
Just underneath.
But it was just the craziest thing. It had to be there, but always something fun to remember.
They're always great about having the fire going for us because we love it so much.
I know you do. It's crackling downstairs right now.
Well, you know what? You need to go start your snow day. Go start your snow day.
So listen, let's set the stage a little bit for our audience. And so I think what we're trying to do is maybe do this once a month.
Yes.
Okay. And stay tuned. We hope to keep up the schedule. And then please leave any comments, rate, review, heart, do something to know you're out there. And that makes us want to keep going.
It does. Right? Because you know how that is. If you just do something and there's no interaction whatsoever. I mean, we're having fun.
Of course, always.
But we want to know if y'all are having fun. So
Yeah.
take the time right now, wherever you are. You're listening to it on Apple or what are the other ones? It doesn't matter.
Wherever you find your local podcast.
Wherever. You just like it, give us 5 stars. You know, we do have great ratings. I think we're 5 on Apple and 5 on Spotify. We've only had one person that gave us 1. I mean, listen, if you listen to our first one again, do it now. Leave us now and go back to the first one because it's pretty hilarious. And that's what I wanted. I wanted to have something that shows that we have improved. Hopefully we have improved. Bee, it was so great seeing you today.
Just a real joy, as it always is. I hope you will enjoy your snow day.
I'm going to go make a snow angel on the lawn in front of my condominium.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah. So there'll be a picture for you later.
Okay, good.
All right, baby. Love you.
All right. Love you too. Bubbles.
You take care.
Bubbles, and bye-bye.
Namaste.